If you're seeing this, it's not random. Listen until the end, chosen one.
Chosen one, listen carefully. I have an urgent and important message to deliver today, and this message is not for everyone. If you do not walk the divine path of God, if your heart is not aligned with truth, you will feel uncomfortable and you will leave. But if you are truly chosen, if you are a sincere follower of God, you will stay. Because this message was guided to you at the exact right moment. This did not reach you by accident. Heaven arranged this encounter. What I am about to share will change how you understand yourself and how you interpret what you have been experiencing. It will bring clarity, peace, and strength to your spirit. Many of you have felt it already. People look at you longer than normal. Their eyes linger, yet their mouths remain closed. They stare at you, but they say nothing, and it leaves you wondering why. By the end of this message, you will understand the spiritual reason behind that silence, and you will stop questioning yourself. Stay with me until the end, because there is something you must hear that will settle your heart deeply. Before we continue, chosen ones, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, turn on the bell icon, and share this message with other chosen ones so they can receive this revelation as well. And comment 444 in the comments to declare that you are divinely protected and fully aligned with what God is doing in your life. Section 2. The Invisible Mark. Why your presence disrupts rooms. Chosen one, I want you to settle your mind for a moment and listen calmly. What you are experiencing is not random, and it is not psychological imagination. There is something placed upon you that cannot be seen with human eyes, yet it is deeply felt. Scripture speaks of it in many forms, but today I will explain it in a way your spirit can understand easily. God places an invisible mark on those he chooses, not a mark of pride, not a mark of superiority, but a mark of assignment. This mark is not loud. It does not announce itself. It does not demand attention. Yet it carries weight. And wherever weight enters a room, it shifts the atmosphere. That is why you can walk into a place quietly and still feel eyes turned toward you. You did not say anything. You did not do anything unusual. But something in the room changed when you arrived. People do not always stare because they admire you. Sometimes they stare because their inner world was disturbed. Your presence interrupts patterns they are used to. You carry order into chaos without trying. You carry calm into noise without effort. That is not something you learned. That is something God formed into you over time, often through pressure, solitude, and silence. I want you to understand this clearly so you stop questioning yourself. Your presence speaks before your mouth ever opens. Long before you say a word, something in you has already communicated. It communicates integrity. It communicates restraint. It communicates depth. And many people are not used to being around someone who does not leak insecurity into the room. You see, most people enter spaces carrying the need to be validated, noticed, or approved. They talk quickly. They explain themselves. They try to fill silence because silence exposes them. But you are different. You are comfortable being still. Even when you do not realize it, you are anchored, and that anchor creates tension in those who live emotionally ungrounded lives. That is why the staring often comes with silence. They are trying to read you. They are trying to place you into a category that makes sense to them. But you do not fit their usual boxes. You are not loud enough to dismiss. You are not weak enough to overlook. And you are not familiar enough to control. So they observe. Chosen one, this is important for your healing. The silence you receive is not rejection. It is not disrespect. It is recognition mixed with uncertainty. Your spirit carries a kind of authority that does not ask permission, and authority makes people pause. It makes them measure their words. It makes them cautious, even when they do not consciously know why. There are people who sense that you see more than you say, that you understand more than you reveal. That awareness alone can be unsettling. When someone realizes they cannot easily read you, they instinctively slow down, they watch, they become quiet. Not because you threatened them, but because something in them feels exposed in your presence. I want to speak gently to your heart now. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You are not meant to dilute what God placed upon you. You are not meant to perform smallness so others can relax. The discomfort you trigger is not cruelty. It is contrast. Light does not apologize for revealing what darkness tried to hide. Many of you were trained by life to stay quiet, to blend in, to avoid attention. God allowed that season to shape humility in you, but now you must understand this truth. Even in silence, you are seen. Even when you say nothing, your presence testifies, and people feel that testimony before they ever understand it. This invisible mark also attracts attention from those who are spiritually hungry. Some stare because they feel safe near you. They may not know why, but something in your calm steadies them. Others stare because they feel judged by their own conscience, not by you. And some stare simply because they recognize strength that does not need to prove itself. You must learn to sit peacefully in that reality. You do not owe anyone an explanation for why you carry yourself the way you do. God shaped you deliberately. He allowed pressure to refine you. He allowed silence to mature you. He allowed misunderstanding to strengthen you. And now, when you enter spaces, the residue of that process goes with you. Let me say this slowly so it settles deep within you. You are not intimidating because you are aggressive. You are unsettling because you are grounded. You are not watched because you are strange. You are watched because you are rare. Stability in a broken world feels foreign to many people. The invisible mark you carry also serves as protection. It creates distance without hostility. It keeps access limited without you having to enforce it. God did not design you to be easily accessed by everyone. Some doors close simply because your presence reminds people they cannot manipulate you. And here is where peace enters your mind. You do not need to fix this. You do not need to soften it. You do not need to become more approachable by lowering your standards or dimming your awareness. What God placed on you is intentional. It will attract who is meant to come close and repel who is not. So the next time you notice the stares, breathe calmly. Do not tense up. Do not question yourself. Do not rush to fill the silence. Let them observe. Let them feel whatever rises within them. Your assignment is not to manage their reactions. Your assignment is to remain aligned. Chosen one, your presence disrupts rooms because it carries truth without noise. And truth does not argue. It simply stands. Section 3. When spirit recognizes spirit, and fear stays quiet. Chosen one, I want you to breathe slowly as you listen to this part, because this is where many misunderstandings finally dissolve. Not every stare you receive comes from confusion. Some come from recognition, and recognition, when mixed with fear, often produces silence. There is a level at which spirit recognizes spirit before the mind has time to explain it. This recognition does not need language. It does not need introduction. It happens quietly, deeply, and instantly. When you encounter certain people, something inside them senses that you are not ordinary, even if they cannot explain what makes you different. And that moment of sensing creates a pause. Many people live their lives reacting, not discerning. So when they suddenly feel something they cannot control or categorize, their instinct is to stop talking. Words feel unsafe in that moment. Silence becomes their shield. You must understand this so you stop internalizing reactions that were never about you personally. Some people grow quiet around you because they feel seen in a way they are not used to. You do not stare into their soul intentionally. You are not judging them, but your presence carries awareness, and awareness makes hiding difficult. There are individuals who sense that you walk with God closely. They may not use those words, but their spirit understands authority when it encounters it. And authority does not invite casual behavior. When people feel it, they instinctively measure themselves. They become cautious. They choose silence because speaking loosely feels risky. This is why you often notice that confident, talkative people suddenly become reserved around you. It confuses you. You wonder if you did something wrong. You didn't. What happened is that their usual social mask did not work in your presence, and when a mask slips, fear rises quietly. Fear does not always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like respect mixed with restraint. Sometimes it looks like someone watching you carefully, listening more than speaking, unsure how to approach. That kind of fear is not hatred. It is uncertainty about how to engage someone who feels spiritually grounded. Chosen one, there are people who sense your future before you fully step into it. They feel that you are becoming something, even if you yourself are still walking through the process. That awareness unsettles them. When someone senses that you are ahead on a path they abandoned or never had the courage to walk, silence becomes their defense. I want to say something important here, gently and clearly. Not everyone who goes quiet around you is against you. Some are processing. Some are measuring their own lives. Some are wrestling with conviction they did not expect to feel that day. Your presence becomes the mirror they were not prepared to look into. Scripture shows this pattern repeatedly. When prophets entered spaces, people did not always rush to speak. They watched, they listened, they waited. There was weight in the room. Even kings paused their words in the presence of someone carrying divine insight. Not because the prophet demanded silence, but because truth demands reverence. You are not walking around trying to be deep. You are not trying to intimidate anyone, but you have learned how to listen more than you speak. You have learned how to carry yourself without chasing attention, and that alone separates you from many people who survive on noise. Noise is a distraction from fear. Silence forces honesty. When people become silent around you, it is often because they cannot distract themselves from what they feel in that moment. So they watch, they study, they wait for you to reveal something that explains why they feel the way they do. This is where your peace must come in. You are not responsible for easing their discomfort. You are not required to perform friendliness to dissolve their fear. You are allowed to remain calm, steady, and present without explanation. That calm is part of your spiritual authority. Some people stay silent because they sense that careless words will expose them. They feel that speaking freely around you might reveal intentions they would rather keep hidden. Your presence encourages honesty, and not everyone is ready for that. I want to heal something in you now. Many chosen ones develop the habit of self-blame. When a room grows quiet, you assume you did something wrong. You assume you are awkward. You assume you are too much or not enough. That habit must end. The silence you encounter is not evidence of failure. It is evidence of impact. Fear also stays quiet because it listens. Fear wants to gather information. It wants to assess whether you are safe to approach, safe to challenge, safe to ignore. And when it cannot quickly decide, it chooses observation instead of confrontation. There are also those who feel drawn to you but do not know how to express it. They sense wisdom, stability, or peace in you, but they do not have the language to engage with it. So they stare, hoping you will lead, hoping you will speak first, hoping you will make it easier for them. Chosen one, you do not need to rescue people from their hesitation. If someone is meant to connect with you, God will open their mouth in time. If someone is meant to remain distant, their silence will protect you from unnecessary entanglement. This is where discernment becomes your companion. Not every stare is an invitation, not every silence is admiration, and not every quiet person is meant to come close. Learn to observe without anxiety. Learn to remain grounded without assumption. Your role is not to decode every reaction. Your role is to remain aligned. When spirit recognizes spirit, there is often a pause. And when fear is present, silence follows. That silence is not your enemy. It is information. So the next time you notice eyes watching you and mouths staying closed, Relax your shoulders. Stay present. Stay calm. You are not being judged. You are being sensed. And sensing always comes before understanding. Chosen one, when spirit recognizes spirit, words become secondary. And when fear does not know how to speak safely, it stays quiet. Section 4. The unsettling mirror. You remind them of what they abandoned. Chosen one, I want you to hear this part slowly, because it carries healing if you let it settle. One of the deepest reasons people stare at you and say nothing is not because of who you are alone, but because of what you awaken in them. Your presence becomes a mirror, and not everyone is ready to face what that mirror reflects. You do not accuse anyone. You do not preach at them. You do not confront them. Yet something in your life quietly reminds them of promises they once made to God, values they once held, and paths they once considered but chose not to walk. That reminder does not need words. It happens simply because you stayed faithful in ways they did not. Many people abandoned their calling long before they abandoned religion. They learned how to survive, how to blend in, how to numb themselves. But they never forgot the moment they knew God was asking more of them. When they encounter someone who still carries that sincerity, it stirs something uncomfortable. This is where silence enters. Speaking would require honesty. Speaking would require admitting regret. Speaking would require acknowledging distance from God they have worked hard to ignore. So instead of words, they stare, they observe, they feel the weight of comparison without you ever comparing yourself to them. Chosen one, this is not your burden to carry. You are not responsible for their inner conflict. Your life is not a condemnation. It is a reminder, and reminders can feel painful to those who have learned to live without conviction. Some people become quiet around you because your peace exposes their inner noise. They have learned to live with anxiety, compromise, and distraction. When they stand near someone who is anchored, their imbalance becomes louder inside them. Silence becomes the only way they can cope with that internal contrast. You must understand this clearly, so you stop misinterpreting reactions. When someone feels uneasy around you, it does not mean you are unkind. It means you are aligned. Alignment makes misalignment uncomfortable. Light does not attack darkness. It reveals it, and revelation is rarely welcomed by those who are not ready to change. There are people who once prayed like you pray now. They once believed like you believe now. They once trusted God with innocence and fire. But life pressured them, disappointed them, or scared them. Slowly, they compromised. Slowly, they silenced their conscience. When they meet you, the memory of who they used to be rises up without permission. That memory does not come gently. It comes with grief. It comes with regret. It comes with questions they do not want to answer. So they avoid conversation. They avoid depth. They choose distance masked as politeness. Chosen one, I want to free you from the instinct to dim yourself for the comfort of others. You were not called to lower your light so others can avoid seeing themselves clearly. God did not preserve your faith so you could apologize for it. Your life is a testimony, even when you say nothing. Some people fear engaging with you because they sense that proximity might awaken something they worked hard to bury. They are not ready to change. They are not ready to surrender. And deep down, they know that being close to you would make pretending harder. This is why you must stop trying to over-explain your intentions. You must stop trying to prove you are harmless. Silence is not always hostility. Sometimes it is self-preservation. They are protecting the version of themselves they have settled into. I want to speak directly to your heart now, as a teacher and as someone who has walked this road. You are not responsible for rescuing everyone from their past. Jesus himself allowed people to walk away quietly when truth became too heavy. He did not chase them with explanations. He let silence do its work. There is also a deeper layer to this. Some people stare because they see discipline in you. They see restraint. They see that you do not indulge every impulse or follow every crowd. That discipline reminds them of what life could have looked like if they had chosen differently. And discipline, when unchosen, feels like judgment even when no judgment is present. Chosen one, do not mistake their discomfort for your failure to connect. Not everyone is meant to connect with you at the same depth. Some are only meant to witness your journey from a distance. That distance is not rejection. It is design. You may notice that people who are deeply broken often feel drawn to you, while people who are deeply compromised feel unsettled by you. That is not coincidence. Brokenness seeks healing. Compromise seeks concealment. Your presence offers healing, not concealment. There are moments when you walk away from an interaction wondering why it felt heavy, awkward, or tense. That heaviness was not created by you. It was activated by truth. And truth always brings a choice. Face it or flee it. Many flee quietly. I want you to release guilt you never earned. You are not arrogant because you stand firm. You are not cold because you are selective. You are not distant because you do not overshare. You are mature. And maturity often intimidates those who are still avoiding growth. This is why silence follows you. Silence gives people space to wrestle with themselves. Silence gives them room to avoid saying something they cannot take back. Silence allows them to keep control of their image a little longer. Chosen one, do not chase conversation to ease tension that God allowed for a reason. Some silences are protective. They keep you from unnecessary emotional labor. They prevent premature intimacy. They preserve your energy for relationships that are aligned with your assignment. Let me ground you in this truth. Your life is not meant to make everyone comfortable. It is meant to be faithful. Comfort is temporary. Faithfulness is eternal. And faithfulness carries a quiet authority that unsettles those who have learned to settle. The mirror you carry will continue to reflect truth wherever you go. Some will turn away. Some will grow curious. Some will eventually return with questions. Your responsibility is not to control the outcome. Your responsibility is to remain who God shaped you to be. So when people stare at you and say nothing, do not assume rejection. Do not assume failure. Do not assume superiority either. Assume encounter. Assume that something sacred brushed against something unresolved. Stand calmly in that space. Breathe. Remain kind without shrinking. Remain humble without apologizing. The mirror does not speak. It simply reflects. And chosen one, what they see in you is often what they once hoped to see in themselves. Section 5. God trains you in silence before he uses your voice. Chosen one, this is where your confusion begins to transform into peace. Many of you have wondered why God allows you to be watched more than you are engaged, observed more than you are invited, noticed more than you are included. There is a reason for this, and it is not punishment. It is preparation. God has always trained his chosen in silence before trusting them with influence. Silence develops discernment. Noise develops ego. And God is far more interested in your depth than your visibility. When people watch you quietly, they are participating in a season God designed for your refinement, even if they do not know it. Think about this gently. A vessel is tested before it is poured. A sword is tempered before it is wielded. In the same way, God allows you to spend seasons being observed without explanation, questioned without defense, and evaluated without affirmation. This is how inner authority is formed. If God gave you a loud voice before grounding your spirit, your message would be diluted. If he elevated you before strengthening your restraint, attention would distract you. So he allows silence to become your teacher. He allows misunderstanding to become your discipline. He allows isolation to sharpen your listening. Chosen one, silence teaches you how to hear God clearly. When external voices are limited, internal clarity increases. You learn to trust intuition shaped by prayer. You learn to respond slowly. You learn that not every thought needs expression and not every emotion needs display. This is why God allows others to watch you without engaging you deeply. Observation without access protects you while you are still becoming. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your formation. Some are only meant to witness the outline of what God is doing, not the details. You may have noticed that people feel comfortable studying you from a distance but hesitate to step closer. That distance is not accidental, it filters intentions. Those who are merely curious will remain silent. Those who are aligned will eventually approach with respect. God trains you to be comfortable in this space, comfortable not being explained, comfortable not being defended, comfortable not being fully understood. This comfort is crucial because misunderstanding will follow you into every higher level God brings you into. If you cannot handle silence now, attention later will overwhelm you. If you need constant affirmation now, criticism later will crush you. God is strengthening your inner core so external pressure cannot destabilize you. Chosen one, let me say this clearly so it settles your mind. People watching you without speaking is part of your spiritual training. It teaches you not to chase validation. It teaches you to let fruit speak instead of words. It teaches you to remain anchored when feedback is absent. Many of you were taught early in life to explain yourself to survive, to justify your feelings, to prove your intentions. God is gently untraining that reflex. He is teaching you that authority does not explain itself repeatedly. Authority is recognized over time. This is why your silence feels heavy sometimes. You are shedding old habits. You are learning restraint, and restraint is power that has learned patience. Look at how God moves in Scripture. He often prepares quietly and reveals suddenly. Years of silence precede moments of public clarity. Your current season is not empty. It is concentrated. Some of you are being protected from premature relationships. If people spoke too freely now, attachments would form too quickly. God limits conversation to preserve focus. He allows observation without intimacy, so your identity remains rooted in Him, not in others' opinions. You are also being trained to observe others with discernment. When people stay quiet, you learn to read energy, intention, and alignment. You learn that words are often the least honest part of a person. Silence reveals more than speech ever could. Chosen one, this is mental and spiritual therapy if you let it be. Stop fighting the quiet. Stop interpreting it as lack. Stop rushing seasons God designed to mature you. You are not behind. You are being fortified. The silence around you is shaping your nervous system. It is teaching you to remain calm in ambiguity. It is teaching you to trust God without constant reassurance. These are not small lessons. They are foundational. God knows that the future He has for you will place you in rooms where everyone watches, where everyone listens, where every word carries consequence. He is teaching you now how to carry that weight without anxiety. This is why you must stop asking, "Why won't they talk to me?" and start asking, "What is God teaching me here?" The answer is often stability, patience, and self-trust. People will eventually speak. Questions will come. Recognition will follow. But it will arrive when your spirit is ready to handle it without pride or fear. Until then, remain still, remain present, remain aligned. Chosen one, God trains you in silence before He uses your voice. And when Section 6. Why you must not explain yourself. Silence protects power. Chosen one, this is where many of you lose your peace without realizing it. You feel the stares, you sense the silence, and instinctively something inside you wants to explain yourself, to soften the room, to make others comfortable, to prove that you are harmless, friendly, normal. I am telling you now with clarity and authority, you must release that instinct. You are not called to explain what God has already authorized. Explanation is often rooted in insecurity, not humility. When you feel the need to clarify yourself before being questioned, it reveals an old survival pattern. Many of you learned early that misunderstanding led to rejection, so you learned to talk your way into safety. God is now breaking that habit, not to make you cold, but to make you free. Silence protects power. Power leaks when it is constantly trying to justify itself. Look carefully at how Jesus moved. He did not rush to explain who he was to everyone who questioned him. He spoke when aligned, and he remained silent when words would be wasted. Silence was not weakness in him, it was discernment. And that same discernment is being formed in you. When people stare at you and say nothing, and you rush to fill that space with explanations, you lower yourself into a position you were never meant to occupy. You begin negotiating your presence. You begin apologizing for your nature. Over time, this drains you. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You do not owe clarity to curiosity. You do not owe access to observation. You do not owe explanations to people who have not earned understanding. God designed silence as a filter. Those who are meant to know you will approach with respect. Those who only want to assess, compare, or control will remain at a distance. When you explain yourself prematurely, you disable the filter God placed around you. Many of you confuse kindness with overexposure. Kindness does not require self-betrayal. Love does not demand you dilute your boundaries. Silence is not cruelty. Silence is wisdom when words would compromise peace. There are moments when silence will feel uncomfortable. Your nervous system may react, your mind may race, but that discomfort is part of your healing. You are learning that you are safe even when not fully understood. You are learning that your worth does not depend on being interpreted correctly by everyone. Chosen one, explaining yourself repeatedly trains people to question you more. It teaches them that your authority is negotiable. Silence, on the other hand, establishes stability. It signals confidence. It tells others that you are not easily shaken by opinion. This is not about being distant or arrogant. It is about being grounded. When you speak from grounding, your words carry weight. When you speak from anxiety, your words scatter. Some people stay silent around you because they are trying to provoke you into revealing more than you should. They want to test you. They want to see if you will overreact, overshare, or overextend. Silence protects you from those tests. Let me calm your spirit here. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to respond slowly. You are allowed to say nothing. God is not offended by your restraint. In fact, He honors it. Many chosen ones talk themselves out of alignment by speaking too soon. They reveal plans God asked them to keep quiet. They explain visions to people who cannot carry them. They seek validation from mouths that were never meant to affirm them. Silence guards destiny. This is why you must resist the urge to fill every gap. Silence is not emptiness. It is space. Space for discernment, space for God to move, space for truth to surface without force. You will notice something powerful when you stop explaining yourself. People will begin to adjust their behavior around you. Some will grow more respectful. Some will feel uneasy. Some will disappear. That is not loss. That is alignment. Chosen one, not everyone deserves your inner world. Not everyone deserves your reasoning. Not everyone deserves to know why you move the way you do. God does not reveal everything at once. Neither should you. Silence also teaches others how to approach you properly. Those who are meant to connect will come with patience, humility, and genuine curiosity. Those who are not will remain stuck at observation. This is mental therapy for your soul. Release the compulsion to be understood. Release the need to be liked by everyone. Release the belief that silence equals rejection. You are not invisible. You are protected. Your calm without explanation unsettles those who rely on manipulation. Your quiet confidence intimidates those who thrive on control, and your restraint preserves your energy for what truly matters. Chosen one, you are stepping into a season where your presence alone communicates enough. Words will come when necessary. Until then, let silence do what it was designed to do. Silence protects power, and your power was never meant to be explained away. Section 7. The shift is coming. Soon they will speak differently. Chosen one, I want you to listen to this part with a calm heart, because this is where hope replaces tension. The silence you have been experiencing is not permanent. It is seasonal. And every season God designs has an expiration date. There is a shift coming, and you can already feel it quietly forming beneath the surface. The same people who once watched you without words will not always remain silent. The difference is not that you will change who you are. The difference is that God will complete what He has been forming in you, and clarity will replace uncertainty. Right now, many people do not know what to say to you because they cannot yet understand where you fit. They sense potential, depth, direction, but it has not fully manifested in visible form. People speak confidently about what they can define. They stay silent around what is still unfolding. But unfolding never stays hidden forever. There comes a moment when preparation becomes evident, when consistency becomes undeniable, when the quiet strength you have carried begins to produce visible fruit. And when that happens, the tone of interaction shifts. Those who once stared cautiously will begin to speak with respect. Those who once stayed distant will approach with questions. Those who once underestimated will recalibrate their words. Not because you demanded it, but because truth matured. Chosen one, this is how God protects you from premature praise and premature criticism. If people spoke too soon, their opinions would shape you. If they judged too early, their misunderstanding would discourage you. Silence keeps you free while God finishes His work. I want you to understand something deeply therapeutic here. The silence you experience now is evidence that your life is not yet fully explainable to others, and that is a gift. God is still writing. Interruptions are minimized, so the story remains intact. Many of you are closer to recognition than you realize, but recognition does not arrive loudly at first. It arrives as subtle shifts, a change in how people look at you, a change in how they address you, a pause before they speak, not out of fear, but out of respect. This is when silence transforms. The silence that once felt uncomfortable becomes the silence of attentiveness. People begin to listen more carefully. They weigh their words. They no longer speak casually around you. Something has settled. Chosen one, you will know this shift has arrived when you no longer feel the need to interpret reactions. When peace replaces analysis. When you stop wondering what people think because it no longer controls you. God does not elevate chaos. He elevates stability. And stability takes time to observe. Those who were never meant to walk with you will slowly drift away as clarity increases. Those who are aligned will step forward naturally. You will not need to recruit them. God will arrange encounters. This is also where humility must guard your heart. When people begin to speak differently, do not let pride replace peace. Remember the silence that trained you. Remember the seasons when you were unseen. Let gratitude keep you grounded. Chosen one, recognition is not the goal. Alignment is. Recognition is simply the byproduct of obedience sustained over time. Some of you will notice that people who once ignored you now seek your opinion. Some who once spoke over you now listen quietly. Some who once avoided you now ask how you think. That shift is not about superiority. It is about credibility earned through consistency. Let me say this carefully. Do not rush the shift. Do not force conversation. Do not announce your growth. Let it reveal itself naturally. God knows exactly when visibility becomes safe. Silence prepared you for influence without corruption. This is also where your discernment sharpens further. When people begin to speak, not everyone who approaches is meant to stay. Some come because they sense benefit. Some come because they sense growth. Discernment will guide you. You are not obligated to open every door just because attention arrives. You choose alignment over applause. Chosen one, this next season will feel lighter. Not because life becomes easier, but because your inner world becomes steadier. You will speak when necessary, remain silent when wise, and move without anxiety. The staring will decrease, the confusion will settle, and the silence will evolve into clarity. And when people finally speak, it will be different. Their tone will change, their posture will change. Their words will carry respect, even if they do not fully understand you. That is when you will realize something powerful. The silence was never meant to make you doubt yourself. It was meant to prepare you for the weight of being heard. Stay patient, stay aligned, stay grounded. Chosen one, the shift is coming, and when it arrives, you will recognize it not by noise, but by peace. Section 8. Conclusion. Stay still. God is handling the rest. Chosen one, let your mind rest here for a moment. Everything you have been experiencing now has a name, a purpose, and a divine reason. People stare at you and say nothing, not because you are lacking, not because you are strange, and not because you are failing. They stare because something in you carries weight, and weight always slows a room down. You were never meant to chase words from people who are still trying to understand themselves. God allowed silence to surround you so your spirit could grow strong without distraction. He allowed observation without explanation so you would learn stability, restraint, and inner authority. Nothing was wasted. Remember this clearly. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared. And preparation often looks quiet to the outside world. You do not need to change who you are to be accepted. You do not need to explain what God is doing in you. You do not need to react to every stare or fill every silence. Your assignment is simple now. Stay aligned, stay grounded, stay still. God is handling conversations you are not meant to have yet. God is closing mouths that would speak too early. God is protecting you from noise that would disturb your peace. Trust that. Before we close, chosen ones, if this message spoke to your spirit, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, turn on the bell icon and share this message with other chosen ones who need this clarity. And comment 444 in the comments as a sign that you are divinely protected, spiritually aligned, and walking calmly in your assignment. Stay still. God is doing more than you can see.